Dragonfly Trading. My name is Carrie. I'm a full-time trader and mentor in the crypto and Forex markets. Today's video is going to be an update on Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, and we're going to take a quick look at the DXY. If you're interested in daily live streams, trade setup, take a look at my website, take a look at what the Discord has to offer, and also take a look at the discount I have going on for the course right now. Alrighty, let's get started. All right, so we've had this rejection out of Bitcoin right at the 618 retracement, which is typical. Bitcoin is currently trading underneath its daily 21 moving average. We want to see Bitcoin retake that level, get it back above its daily 21. But coming down and testing its weekly 21 would not be extremely bearish, and we'll talk about that when we get into the counts. It would be a healthy pullback and would allow all the momentum indicators to reset themselves. That would be extremely healthy for Bitcoin to actually do that. It would give it more momentum to push to the upside in a big bull run that we want to see happen. Let's take a look at the bull scenario first. This is the bull scenario that everyone is hoping is going to happen. We are looking for this current wave 2 pullback. Like I said, pulling back to the weekly 21 would be completely healthy. When you have a nest of 1, 2, 1, 2, majority of the time, the second 2 will pull back and find support on top of the first. Does it have to come down that far? Absolutely not. Most of the corrections in bull runs are in an upward channeling form. They push to the upside in an upward channel, keeping that higher high and higher low momentum going. But if Bitcoin pulled back to the 30K area, it would not be bearish. What I would like to see happen when this 2 is set in, the next wave 1, which would be 5 waves, I would want it to break this channel and then find support on top of the channel and on top of this wave 1 again, creating a nest of 3 wave 1s. Then we would get the 3rd, 4th, and 5th leading into the orange wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5, and on it goes. I would totally expect the main wave 3 to hit at least the 2.618. And every bull run, one wave or another has gotten overextended inside the wave 3s. That would put it at approximately 153, and then the wave 5 at approximately 235,000. As I said, any wave can get overextended and push that higher or lower. Complete invalidation of this wave 2 is sitting at 24,900. But we absolutely don't want to see Bitcoin break the 30 to 32K level, this support sitting right here. There wouldn't be any reason for Bitcoin to go back underneath that support, and it would not make sense for the 1212 nest. Let's talk about the bear scenarios. There's 2 bear scenarios. The first one is that this move to the upside was an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, and that it is done or potentially has one more hit to the high left in it to hit the top of this channel again and to hit the 1-to-1 sitting at 50K. That is sitting right where the dominant buying took place in a downtrend. This is the order block where Bitcoin broke down, making its second leg. It would be typical for Bitcoin to retest that area. So there is a chance that it has another hit to the high to create divergence on its weekly time frame. As you can see, it had this high peak. Hitting the high again would create reversal divergence on the weekly time frame. So it is absolutely possible, and we'll talk about that more when we get on the lower time frame, that there's an extra hit to the high. Now, the second idea is that Bitcoin's traveling up in a WXY. That this first move was an ABC, a pullback for an X wave, and that it has an A, a B, and a C wave left in the making. This pullback, we will not know the difference between a B wave and a wave 2. Both of them are not allowed to break the 24,900 mark. But if this is a B wave, again, we do not want it to break 30K. Trading this leg to the upside will be the same thing as trading a third wave. It will most likely reject at the top of the channel. All right, let's talk about this impulse wave and the option of this wave 4 not being done and it still having a fifth wave to go to the upside. You notice down here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 wave 1 and 2s. So we would need 4 wave 4s. We have 1, 2, 3, and this would be our fourth. What it would mean is that this diagonal to the upside was not a wave 5. We would have to look at it as if it was a B wave, where this was an A wave, and that it's coming down to the downside in a C wave. When we look at time and we measure this wave 4, the prior one, and match it up to the yellow wave 2, you can see that it came into time at the 1.618. Now when we measure time for this wave 2 to this wave 3, you can see that it's coming right in to the 1.618. So it's coming right into time for this to be a wave 4. So how will we know? Currently, Bitcoin is trying to roll over for a wave 5. At that point, it would need to find V-shaped recovery and go up for the wave 5. If Bitcoin puts a connector here that gets caught in the golden zone, this will be the clue that this wave is complete and we're looking for a retracement for that wave 2 or B wave. It will get too long in time at that point to be a wave 4. So let's talk about some scenarios that can take place if this is not going to go up after this rollover up for a wave 5. The first scenario in yellow is that Bitcoin is going to recover and give us a very high B wave going into the expanded B pocket. And when it gives this leg a partner, it's going to make a higher low and reclaim its daily 21. This would be extremely bullish. It would keep it in that upward channel and it would take off to the upside extremely bullish. This would be a very bullish B wave or wave 2. The second scenario is that Bitcoin is going to retest and backtest its 21 again, get stuck, and then when it gives this leg a partner, it's going to come deeper and test its weekly 21. At this point, we would look for recovery back above its daily 21. If it puts a connector here, then this whole leg will need a partner to the downside, and we will be looking for that 30K area to be tested. Again, this wouldn't be extremely bearish for Bitcoin. It would just need to recover from that point. All right, so now we are on ETH, and the bullish option is that this is also a nest of 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we're looking for this to be a 1 and 2. This little move to the upside that Bitcoin had, we're also wanting that to turn into the start of something and be a 1 and a 2, which we'll talk about that more when we get on the lower time frame. ETH is currently still above its daily 21, but it wouldn't be bearish to test its weekly 21. As long as it doesn't come underneath 1520, we will still look at this wave being the start of something and this being its pullback. It needs to stay on top of this wave 1 and its weekly 21. All right, so when we take a look at ETH, notice down at the bottom, we only have a wave 1 and a wave 2. We do not have a nest down here. So with that being said, ETH is suggesting that the wave 1 ended here and that it's already put in its wave 2. If it's going to remain bullish, this should be the start of something. We really need to see the wave in yellow happen, meaning that it holds support on top of 2390, on top of this price action in its daily 21. Now, if it loses this area and it comes deeper to the weekly 21, we will assume that this whole wave was the start of something and that this is the pullback for a B wave or a wave 2. So the same as Bitcoin, ETH has the option to stay within its channel, and that this wave to the upside was an A wave that ended here. It could have ended here. That its pullback is already complete for a B wave. This wave would still be the start of something. It would stay on top of price action and then push up for a C. If it loses this area, then we're still looking as if this was the entire wave. We're looking for that B pullback onto the weekly 21 and then up for a C wave. Just like Bitcoin, we will not know until we get up into this area whether this is a third wave or a C wave. It all happens in that fourth wave territory that I've talked about in so many previous videos. And then, of course, with Bitcoin and with ETH, there's a chance that it's completely done and that it's just playing around and that it's soon we're going to get a dive down to give this leg a partner back here. There's always that chance that this was still a bear market rally and that this leg's going to get a partner for a deeper bear market. We will not think this way until this area is broken. 30K mark on Bitcoin and the 1970 mark on ETH. Alrighty, so now we're on XRP and we're looking at this as an expanding diagonal for a wave 1, a pullback for a wave 2, an additional expanding diagonal for a 1, and we're looking for a wave 2. I would like to see XRP hold the 618 at 44.78. That would be beautiful. Give this leg a partner, hold a higher low, and then blast to the moon. There is a possibility that it does come deeper, approximately to the 1-to-1. It's not until we break this wave 2 low that we would be thinking bearishly. Currently, I feel that this leg is getting a partner. The first place to look is the 618 for support. All right, so let's talk about the two bear scenarios. The first scenario is that XRP is completely done and this was the top, and that this first leg to the downside is going to be this first leg of giving this wave a partner. There is a chance that it could truncate and hold the 618, or it will come on down to the 1-to-1. We would still see this wave as a wave 1. The pullback would be a wave 2. And then the other option is that it has more upside to go, and that this is currently making a connecting wave in between this wave and a partner. It would bring XRP up higher, just like Bitcoin and ETH, and then it could even take the all-time high, and we would have a sideways correction. All right, so if it holds the 618, it's It's not till we get up into this area, just like Bitcoin and ETH, that it would need to hold that fourth wave territory and tell us that it's really a third wave. All right, last thing is the DXY. I am currently looking for this leg to get its partner. Now, currently, we've got this bounce going on. We would like to see it reject in the golden zone and then come down for a deeper wave into the 1-to-1. If we pull a fib extension from this high to this low, up to this high, and we look for the 618 and the 1-to-1, as you can see, price did not hit the 618. That is what's giving us the clue that this leg is not over yet, that this more than likely is a zigzag that's pulling back to the golden zone. And then we at least need to see an additional leg that either holds the 618 or comes on down to the 1-to-1. So currently, we are looking for this B wave to come into place. I feel that this is not quite done and that it should come down to the 618 or the 1-to-1. Then we're looking for this A wave here to produce a partner. All right, so I hope you enjoyed my video. Think about the course in the Discord, and I will see you in the next one.